Hey everyone, welcome back to your weekly brain snack brought to you by the Quantum Healing Show, where we're all about the root cause and not chasing your symptoms. As you know, each week we introduce you to a new topic. This week's topic is more biomechanical based, but still along the same lines of what we preach here at the Quantum Healing Show and on your weekly brain snacks, which is integration, things working together, root causes. Today's topic is a really interesting one. It's not your knees. There are no such thing as bad knees. Stay tuned. This is a good one. All right, so you must be thinking, I'm crazy, because I'm telling you, there are no such thing as bad knees. And today, I'm going to explain to you why that is. So the first thing we need to consider is the knee itself and its position. So I'm going to take out my little friend here, and this will kind of make it a bit easier for you. And there is a full skeleton, as you guys can see. And I want you to see where the knee is located. And then I want you to pay attention to the hips up here and to the feet down here, more specifically the feet. So I'm just going to pop this guy right back here. Let's get him out of the way. And then I want you to really pay attention to feet, right? Because when I say there's no such thing as bad knees, look, if you play sports, you've had impact on your knee, you've done something in a sports-related injury, work injury, this is still going to apply to you in terms of how to move forward with that injury, how to prevent that injury in the future. But this is more specifically designed towards people, and I heard this many a times when I was in training and coaching, that people didn't want to squat, they had low back problems, they had knee problems, they never had any impact on them, they just had bad knees. And I realized soon enough that I had to look into this. And I realized also that most people who claim to have had bad knees, it was really never the knees to begin with, because as my knowledge increased, we started to realize how biomechanics really work in the body. So if I go back to the skeleton, as I said a minute ago, and you pay attention to the location of the knee, here's a couple of things you need to understand. So the knee we refer to as a dumb joint. That's right. It's kind of funny. It's a dumb joint because this joint right here, this little guy here, he follows along between the hips and the feet. Wherever they go, he goes. More specifically, your feet will control your hips, and your hips will drive your knees. So let me say that again. The positioning of your foot will dictate the position of your hips, which is going to dictate where your knees end up. So that's why your knees are a dumb joint. They're stuck between these two other joints and they just follow along. So what we're really speaking about are the biomechanics of the foot. So if you have bad knees, you need to be looking at your feet. You need to be looking at whether the foot is caving inward, caving outward, what part of the foot is caving. But it's the biomechanics. It's your foundation. The first thing that hits the ground, the last thing that leaves the ground. And where the foot goes, the body follows. So when I say there are no such thing as bad knees, there aren't. There are bad biomechanics in your foot, which lead up this biomechanical chain and affect my hips, which affect my knees, but can also affect my hips, my low back, my mid back, my shoulders, my elbows, even up to my hands, because like I said, the foundation, if it's off base, the entire mechanical chain all the way up will also tear off. Imagine a building. If you look at a construction site, then you see a building being built. If the foundation is off, the entire building will be off. Now, let me explain what standard medicine does. I'm going to use the building as an example. If the foundation caves and all the floors themselves are tilted, in most medicine, they don't fix the foundation, they just adjust each floor. I want you to think about that. The building is tilted slightly. Instead of fixing the main part of it, the foundation, they actually go to each individual floor. And imagine if you just fixed each floor. The floors may look level, but the foundation isn't, which means the problem is never really solved. So once again, there are no such thing as bad knees, just bad foot biomechanics, which lead to bad hip position, which lead to a bad position in your knees. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching this video today. As always, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, and notification button. They really do help our algorithms, and we really want to get more of this education out there. Once again, this is your weekly brain snack brought to you by the Quantum Healing Show, where, as we always say, it's always about the root cause and not chasing your symptoms. You have a great day, and we'll see you next week.